of these jobs. There are 32 of them in the country, so at least, with the NFL. My background, I was an announcer. Was familiar with football. I had worked at Stanford as the public address announcer there for 10 years, and then the Raiders were looking for somebody else. So I got into the Stanford opportunity really because my father had a lot to do with that. My father worked with the radio broadcasts of Stanford football. He was what's called a spotter, which is the announcer's kind of second set of eyes. So it was just really a question of kind of being in the right place at the right time. Can you make a living doing this? Certainly on the public address announcer, no, no one is making their living as a public address announcer that I'm aware of. It's definitely more a labor of love. So you have to have something else that is gonna pay the bills. This is something that yes, you get paid, but you're not sending your children to college. There's a group that people should be familiar with if this is something that they're interested in. I stumbled on it on the internet. It's called the National Association for Sports Public Address Announcers, NASPA, and it is a national organization. I happen to be on the board of directors after I called them and told them what I was up to, and I've taught some classes that they have out here for aspiring public address announcers. So they're just trying to set some standards and make it a little bit more professional. Is the object to belittle the opponent or to welcome them as a competitor? Do you have to have a big booming voice to make it in this business? Not necessarily. I don't think so. Now, it doesn't hurt, but I don't think it's a prerequisite. You have to have a pleasant sounding voice. I think the biggest mistake that most aspiring public address announcers make, and we talk about this a lot in the seminars that I've taught, is this is not your opportunity to be a stand-up comedian. They talk too much. Boom, they've got a microphone and they just think that now I have free reign to say whatever. And so many times less is more. The less you say is probably, err on that side rather than talking too much and have people going, shut up. All right. The best piece of advice that I would give to anybody who is interested in doing public address announcing work is to, one, hone your skill, practice, develop a style. The adage of practice makes perfect is probably a little trite, but it's true. The people who get the work are the people who work at it. So it's about as simple as that. Practice, hone your craft, and then hustle work.